How to worship Er Ger Fong, the god of gambling, with story and Katha chanting. There are many stories about the gambling saint of Er Ger Fong. Zheng Zhiyong, 1851–1937, was born in Thailand, originally from Chi Yan, Phungthong Town, Jiaoan District, Jiaozhou City, Guangdong Province, with the nickname Yi Fong. And his family name is Li Yu, and the phrase Zhiyong was given by Sun Yat-sen in 1908. The name Er Ger Fong was his second position in one of the local Triad Society parties. Zheng Zhiyong is charitable and enthusiastic about public social welfare. Although he lives in Thai, he spares no effort in supporting education and building barriers in his hometown in China. Zheng Zhiyong's father was a villager in Chi Yan. After the Opium War in 1840, his parent took a red-headed boat from Zanglan port to Thailand and gave birth to him in Samut Prakan. Later in 1858, due to unknown circumstances, his parent brought him along and returned to Jiaozhou to their hometown. Later, his father returned to Thailand alone and passed away due to an overwhelming workload in a foreign country. Because of this, he and his mother have to beg for food everywhere. Eventually, his mother had to bring him along to remarry, but Zhiyong was stubborn by nature, refused to endure his stepfather's side abuse, and went out to wander. In 1863, when he was 13 years old, he was taken in by a kind-hearted red-headed boat owner in Shantou, which had just opened as a port there. Zhiyong accompanied the boat to Bangkok and arrived at the port of Mekong River in Thailand. Due to his hard-working and resourceful character in his wandering life, several years later, he settled in Chinatown and joined the Tao Chu Associate Club member. And he became pretty famous in the neighborhood. When talking about the Er Ger Fong amulet in Thailand, it is inevitable to mention this man. His original name was Zhou Yafa, a native of Chaozhou, an overseas Chinese Thai, nicknamed Hia Mao. Hia loosely translated means brother, and loosely translated by Mao is called Brother Mao. During his detention, he often dreamed of an older man and always felt that the older man was following him all the time. He should be locked up for at least 8 or 10 years. After his family released him on bail, he went straight to the top floor of the police station and found a ruined small temple. When he walked forward, he saw an old photo of an older man enshrined in front of the shrine. He was taken aback by surprise. Wasn't the person in the picture the older man in my dream? Brother Mao never worshipped God. In such a situation, he lit 3 incense to worship and pray. Brother Mao vowed to help society and do good deeds for others if the older man could satisfy. In the end, Brother Mao was free from a criminal charge of not being guilty. Since then, he has often dreamed of the older man bestowing his spirit characters on him, and has won prizes almost every time. He also followed the older man's instructions, and after winning the lottery, he set aside part of the winnings to do good deeds. Since then, he has gradually become wealthy, everything has been smooth sailing, and life has improved. Today, he is said to have risen to the ranks of millionaires. Since his living environment has improved, he has been giving alms and building temples everywhere. Friends and relatives responded well and raised funds to build temples together. In 1995, they also renovated and rebuilt the ruined Er Ger Fong temple on the police station, spending about 2 million baht for believers worldwide to worship and pray. At an earlier time, Er Ger Fong amulets were the first cast by Brother Mao and presented to the believers who contributed to the establishment of Er Ger Fong temple. On that day, Er Ger Fong amulet is not for sale. It is just cast and delivered on certain days every year, and each person only needs to copy their ID card to receive the Er Ger Fong amulet. However, each person can only take one, with their ID card as proof. Brother Mao said, "It is not an easy task to make Er Ger Fong amulet. First, gather holy materials, such as hair." He collected the hair of about 300 eminent monks. The robes worn by eminent monks, sacred soil, incense ashes, scriptures collected from various provinces in Thailand, China, Cambodia, etc., and some famous stems and wild vines collected from the forest. After several processes, all materials are ground into powder, which can then cast it into amulets. In addition, Brother Mao will bring some burial soil back and infiltrate the materials to cast the amulet. And whenever Er Ger Fong amulet is cast, Brother Mao will go to China personally and worship in front of the grave of Er Ger Fong to notify the casting of the amulet and its purpose. And ask Er Ger Fong for instructions. Otherwise, some unexpected weirdness will happen during the casting process. After completing, hundreds of amulets will be transported by truck to eminent monks for ritual blessings, which are to be found from state to state. How did Er Ger Fong's amulet have the title of God of Gamblers? It happened from a famous casino in Cambodia, expressing that he wanted to build an Er Ger Fong temple, and make thousands pieces of Er Ger Fong's amulet as a gift to long-term regular gamblers. Surprisingly, even the casinos offer the Er Ger Fong amulet to bless the gamblers. Thus, the name Er Ger Fong's amulet has referred to as the God of Gamblers. Brother Mao said, if believers lose all of their money in gambler to casino games, as long as they have faith and are sincere, they may silently pray to the Er Ger Fong amulet for help and make a vow of an appropriate amount he wants to win. However, after winning the amount, he had to leave immediately. Brother Mao advised people who are addicted to winning in gambling or to strike the lottery. It all depends on the individual's blessing. First, cultivate your roots of good fortune, and start from small good things, such as releasing animals, helping the poor and the elderly, and giving. These are the merits of accumulating good fortune. Only when you give, and you will receive. There is no such thing as a free lunch in the world. Brother Mao is the chief chairman of the Er Ger Fong Temple, built on top of the police station. Therefore, most of the police officers in the police station wear at least one or more Er Ger Fong amulets. Among many industries, the industries of the police in Thailand are risky because Thai society does not strictly restrict firearms. Shootings often occur, and the people have almost become accustomed to it. When police officers confronted some armed robbery, the robbers would fire with guns. One of the police officers was shot. Everyone thought that the unfortunate police officer would surely die. Little did they know that he stood up unharmed, with only the red marks on his body that the bullets had wiped. Only, in the end, everyone discovers that the police officer was wearing the amulet of Er Ger Fong. The local media widely reported this mysterious incident, causing many police officers and brothers group Brother Mao to obtain the amulet of Er Ger Fong. The police officer had never thought that they saw the criminal that they had caught 20 years ago had now become someone even the police would salute. Not only do the police in Thailand regard Er Ger Fong as their idol, but even the underworld people in Thailand also respect Er Ger Fong as a god and bless the unfamiliar. Therefore, in Thailand, Er Ger Fong is deeply appreciated by everyone. Many good believers go to the Er Ger Fong temple to worship his statue, praying for the lottery, windfall, and so on. Er Ger Fong amulet is said to help reverse lousy luck into good fortune, improve wealth, prosperous official luck, prosperous gambling luck, prosperous partial wealth, profitable investment, get the guidance of nobles, lead to wealth, and so on. Hi, to all who have faith in the prayer. Please pay respects to the respected father. Er Ger Fong is the first gambling and lottery godfather of Thailand. If you like gambling and luck, you have to pray to the father of Er Ger Fong to achieve good luck. If anyone who wishes to perform offering prayer should be prepared for the following. Offer your prayer with black coffee without sugar or Chinese tea, betel nuts, cigarettes, marigold flower garlands, pork leg rice with red candles and 9 incense sticks. The chanting of this katha is to ask for good luck and good fortune. For gambling, I wish everyone a triumphant return. After all, it's about our individual beliefs. Before praying, steady your mind and chant the katha with full faith and sincerity. This Er Ger Fong katha chanting is repeated 3 times, you may chant it 9 times according to your faith. First chant 3 times of this initial mantra.
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ
Then follow with the particular katha of Er Ger Fong.
นำมอไต่ซื่อไต่ปุยเลี้ยงเมี่ยงเจ่งแซยี่กอหงใช้สิงยี่กอหงพอสัก สื่ออ้วกิมงิ้งไฉป้อป้อจังใช้โขสื่อเก่าอ้วแก่ไหลเก่าอ้วแก่ไหลนำมอไต่สื่อไต่ปุยเลี้ยงเมี่ยงเจ่งแสยี่กอหงใช้สิงยี่กอหงผ่อสักสื่ออ้วกิมงิ้งไฉป้อป้อจังใช้โขสื่อเก่าอ้วแก่ไหลเก่าอ้วแก่ไหลนำมอไต่สื่อไต่ปุยเลี้ยงเมี่ยงเจ่งแสยี่กอหงใช้สิงยี่กอหงผ่อสักสื่ออ้วกิมงิ้งไฉป้อป้อจังใช้โขสื่อเก่าอ้วแก่ไหลเก่าอ้วแก่ไหล
Supplication Namo Mahametta, Prestige Father Er Ger Fong, please bring me good fortune and luck, and bestow valuable treasures upon the house and my loved ones. Satu, Satu, Satu. If ones who have fate or luck, Father Er Ger Fong can move it faster to help them. If that one doesn't have, then he has to wait for his chance. Not everyone will get what they requested with their offering to Er Ger Fong. Otherwise, no poor people will be left, only the rich. Everyone wants to take a shortcut to riches by using their belief and asking for numbers to buy the lottery. Some people win, and some people feel hurt and disappointed. The best thing is to do good deeds, and good luck will eventually come to you. May the blessing of Er Ger Fong be upon you.